Our Sun has one of the most intense magnetic fields in our entire solar system. Due to such high magnetic fields, the Sun sometimes emits powerful solar flares and coronal mass ejections. What exactly is this, and is it harmful to our planet? A solar flare is a huge explosion that occurs on the Sun. They are a result of tangled magnetic fields that have a lot of built-up magnetic energy in the upper atmosphere of the Sun. This energy is released in the form of an intense burst of ultraviolet, electromagnetic, X-ray and radio waves radiation. There are usually three main stages of a solar flare: the precursor stage, the impulsive stage, and the decay stage. During the precursor stage, the release of the magnetic energy is first triggered. After this follows the impulsive stage, in which all the different forms of radiation are emitted. The last stage is the decay stage, where the decay of the soft X-rays are detected. Solar flares occur in all regions of the Sun, and they affect all the layers. They normally last between a few minutes to hours. The solar flares that contain a tremendous amount of energy last for a few hours, and these are known as long-duration events. So, does a solar flare affect Earth? A solar flare releases extremely harmful ultraviolet and X-ray radiation that can be damaging. However, the radiation does not penetrate through Earth due to the ionosphere. The charged gas particles present in the ionosphere are able to absorb the harmful radiation and prevent it from entering our atmosphere. Since we are about 1 million miles away from the Sun, we don't really have to worry about a solar flare impacting us. However, there is a possibility of a solar flare being so large and powerful that it can reach Earth and penetrate through its upper atmosphere. It could completely destroy all our radio communication and satellite signals. These are called killer solar flares. They can affect our planet by interfering with the electronics and upper atmosphere layer, but they cannot really destroy Earth as a whole. The most a solar flare can do is disrupt our satellite and GPS systems, but they are not powerful enough to physically destroy our planet. Coronal mass ejections, or CMEs, occur alongside solar flares, but they are not the same thing. They are both a direct consequence of the changing magnetic field of the Sun, but they look different and emit different things. A coronal mass ejection is a giant outburst of plasma from the Sun. They are basically like clouds of gas particles that contain hot plasma, and they originate from the corona of the Sun. They usually accompany very strong solar flares, and together they are called a solar storm. A CME lasts typically between 3 to 4 days, and it travels about 1 million miles per hour. During the solar maxima, which is a period of time where there is a high amount of solar activity, the Sun produces around 2 to 3 coronal mass ejections per day. This means that a lot of energy is being released in a very short amount of time. So you might be wondering, are coronal mass ejections a threat to us in any way? Well, very few coronal mass ejections release plasma that are directed towards Earth. But, because of Earth's atmosphere, they very rarely affect us, as the radiation cannot enter through. So they aren't dangerous to the Earth's surface, as the atmosphere and magnetosphere shield us from the harmful radiations emitted. Just like solar flares, the only thing they can heavily affect are our technologies and communication systems. They can affect power grids and sometimes even black out entire places. Aside from disrupting our navigation systems and affecting our technologies, solar flares and coronal mass ejections don't really destroy anything else on Earth. We have deep layers of protection that are preventing their harmful radiation from ever reaching us. If you enjoyed TH video, make sure to like and share. Subscribe for more daily content like this.